Hey Christians, so many times when you are like having a conversation with Christians, they will tell you, you're telling people to go back to their roots. You want them to go back to, sacrificing twins, killing, sacrificing virgins, killing, doing this, buying people and doing all these things. They're actually like accusing our ancestors of all these crimes, yeah? They accuse our ancestors of a lot. Meanwhile, all those things that they are accusing our ancestors are actually direct instruction from their God in the Bible. First of all, this is a God that sacrificed his own son, Abi himself. Sacrificed his son to who? Abi sacrificed himself to who? This is a religion that is rooted in human sacrifice. Like Christianity, that is the followers of Christ, yeah, is a religion of human sacrifice. But then I will give you highlights from the Bible that all those things that you're accusing our ancestors of is a direct instruction from your Bible. I'm going to give you 20 today. And of course, in the next episode, I will give you more and more of it. So, yeah, this is it here. There are plenty of evil and direct instructions to murder people by Bible God in your Bible. And if you think this is the creator, then you are devil. You're actually evil because the word devil is actually personification of evil in us all against your own generation. Now, these are the highlights, yeah? Genesis chapter 7 from verse 21 to 23. God drowns the entire population of the world, men, women, children, everything in the world. And guess what happened? Before you rush and say, yeah, it's the Old Testament. Well, in Matthew 24, from verse 37 to 42, Jesus approved of this genocide and claimed to repeat it when he returns. So it's not just in the Old Testament. Now let's go to another one. Two, God kills 500,000 people. In Second Chronicles chapter 13, from verse 15 to 18, God helps the men of Judah kill 500,000 of their fellow Israelis or Israelites. Another one, number three, God slaughtered all Egyptian firstborn. In Exodus chapter 12, verse 29, God, the baby killer, slaughtered all Egyptian firstborn children and cattle because their king was stubborn. That is, it is written in this verse that your God hardened the heart of Pharaoh. He deliberately hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and because of it, he slaughtered innocent children that did absolutely nothing to him. That is your God. Your ancestors were evil. Your ancestors were this. Your ancestors were that. Yes, all these things are in your Bible. Read. Anyway, let's go down to number four. God killed 14,000 people for complaining that God keeps killing them. That is, people were complaining that on our God they buy them, and he killed 14,000 more. In Numbers chapter 16, from verse 41 to 49, the Israelites complained that God is killing too many of them. So God sent a plague that kills 14,000 more. Number five, genocide after genocide after genocide. In Joshua chapter 6, from verse 20 to 21, God helps the Israelites destroy Jericho, kill men and women, young and old, cattle, sheep, and donkey. In Deuteronomy 2, from verse 32 to 35, God has the Israelites kill everyone in Heshbon, including children. In Deuteronomy chapter 3, from verse 3 to 7, God has the Israelites do the same to the people of Bashan. In Numbers chapter 31, from verse 7 to 18, the Israelite kills all the Midianites except for the virgins, whom they take as spoils of war. That is, they buy everybody, and for the virgins, they took them for themselves as spoils of war. Know your Bible. Anyway, in First Samuel chapter 15, from verse 1 to 9, God tells the Israelites to kill all the Amalekites, men, women, children, infants, and their cattle, for something that the Amalekites' ancestors has done 400 years earlier. That is 400 years ago. Know your Bible. Number six, God kills 50,000 people for curiosity. In First Samuel chapter 6, from verse 19, God kills 50,000 men for peeping into the Ark of Covenant. Number seven, 3,000 Israelites killed for inventing a God. In Exodus chapter 32, Moses has climbed Mount Sinai to get the Ten Commandments. The Israelites got bored, so they invented a golden calf god. Moses came back and God commanded him, each man strip a sword to his side. God go back and fought through the camp from one end to the other, each killing his brother and friends and neighbor. About 3,000 people died. Number eight, the Amorites destroyed by sword and by God's rock. In Joshua chapter 10, from verse 10 to 11, God helps the Israelites slaughter the Amorites by sword, then finishes them off with rocks from the sky. Number nine, God burns two cities to death. In Genesis chapter 19, from verse 24, God kills everyone in Sodom and Gomorrah with fire from the sky. Then God kills Lot's wife for looking back at her burning home. Now, all the people that God killed with fire in Sodom and Gomorrah for the sin that all of us are committing today. The question is, how did sin come back? Like, after God destroyed the city of Sodom and Gomorrah, everything, and wiped off sin, what actually happened? How did it come back? Because the same sin that, they were killed for is what we are committing now. How did it come back? Okay, number thing. God has 42 children mauled by bear. In Second Kings chapter 2, from verse 23 to 24, some keys, it is the prophet Elisha. And God sent bears to dismember them. God sent bears because children were just mocking a prophet, and God had to send bears to heal the children. Anyway, number 11. A tribe slaughtered and their virgins raped for not showing up at roll call. In Judges chapter 21, from verse 1 to 23, a tribe of Israelite misses roll call. So the other Israeli kills them all except for the virgins, which they take for themselves. Still not happy. They hide in vineyards and pounce on dancing women from Shiloh to take them for themselves. Your Bible. Number 12, 3,000 crushed to death. In Judges 16, from verse 27 to 30, God gives Samson strength to bring down a building to crush 3,000 members of a rival tribe. Number 13, a concubine raped and dismembered. In Judges chapter 19, from verse 22 to 29, a mob demands to rape a godly master's guest. The master offered his daughters and a concubine to them instead. They took the concubine and raped her all night. The master finds her on her doorstep in the morning, cut her into 12 pieces, and ships the pieces around the country. Your Bible. Number 14, child sacrifice. In Judges chapter 11, from verse 30 to 39, Jephthah burns his daughter alive as his sacrificial offering for God's favor in killing the Ammonites. Yes, human sacrifice. Number 15, God helps Samson kill 30 men because he lost a bet. In Judges chapter 14, from verse 11 to 19, Samson loses a bet for 30 suits of clothes. The Spirit of God comes upon him and he killed 30 men to steal their clothes and pay off the debt. Number 16, God demands you kill your wife and children for worshiping other gods. In Deuteronomy chapter 13, from verse 6 to 10, God commands that you must kill your wife, children, brother, and friend if they worship other God. Yes, he's a jealous God. He can't kill other gods, but he will kill you for worshiping them. Number 17. God incinerates 51 men to make a point. In 2 Kings chapter 1, from verse 9 to 10, Elijah gets God to burn 51 men with fire from heaven to prove he is God. Mm. Number 18. God kills a man for not impregnating his brother's widow. In Genesis chapter 38, from verse 9 to 10, God kills a man for refusing to impregnate his brother's widow. Number 19. God threatens forced cannibalism. In Leviticus chapter 26, from verse 27 to 29, and Jeremiah chapter 19, from verse 9, God threatened to punish the Israelites by making them eat their own children. With all this thing that you have read here, and more, and more that I'll be bringing on the next episode. Number 20, God actually said that you guys ain't seen nothing yet. So, according to Revelation chapter 9, from verse 7 to 19, God got more evil coming. God will make horse like locusts with human heads and scorpion tails who torture people for 5 months. Then some angel will kill a third of the world population with their chariots. They are coming to kill people with their chariot and sword. People that have nuclear weapons that can destroy the world 50,000 times over. Your God is actually outdated. He's living in the dark age. Yeah, he's living in the cave age. Meanwhile, human beings have advanced more than your God. Anyway, to wrap all this thing up, because so many of you will now come and start saying, yeah, it's actually the Old Testament. That is why Jesus came. That is why he died for us on the cross, so that everything that, your God of the Old Testament said will not actually happen to us anymore. Anyway, in your Matthew chapter 10, from verse 34 to 39, he said, do not think that I came to bring peace on the earth. I mean, Jesus said, do not think that I came to bring peace on the earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I came to set a man against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter in law against her mother in law, and a man's enemy will be the members of his household. He who loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. That is your Bible. Everything that you talk about your ancestors is nothing to compare with the atrocities in your Bible. Yet you're a Christian and you hold on to all this BS. You hold on to them with all your hearts because of what? Illegally. In akapu akapu. Like you people have proven that the brain dead. Ihe ọbụla akpọrọ onye ojii, their neural cells the dead. That is how nature designed it. That your neural cell, it as in will be dead. A man nature as a human being, gonna akapu akapu, gonna soko asoko. Ndono.